Have you ever met someone who seemed to shine in social settings? Confident, charismatic, always at the center of attention, a person everyone seemed to adore? They seem to have a magnetic pull on everyone around them. They're the person who always has a funny story, who is a powerful leader, or who is the first to offer to help. But behind closed doors, their behavior leaves you feeling drained, invisible, or even profoundly humiliated. You are left with a quiet, unsettling sense of unease. What you see in public and what you experience in private are two completely different realities. That's the paradox of social narcissism. On the surface, they seem like the life of the party, the hero of the story. But underneath, there's a carefully designed and deeply toxic strategy, a game of manipulation, crafted to keep all the control, all the power, and all the admiration in their hands. They do not seek a genuine connection. They seek a public reputation that serves as a powerful psychological shield. And here's the part most people don't realize, the part that makes this form of narcissism so profoundly damaging. The social narcissist doesn't just charm strangers. They use their perfect public persona as a powerful weapon against the people closest to them, the very people who know the truth. They weaponize their reputation to make you feel isolated, to make you feel crazy, and to make it impossible for you to tell your story. So stay with me until the end of this video, because we're going to break down the profound and disorienting psychology behind social narcissism, the subtle and deeply toxic tactics they use to maintain their perfect image, and most importantly, how you can spot the red flags before their mask pulls you in too deep. Because what looks like charm in public often hides a profound and calculated cruelty in private. From a psychological perspective, social narcissism is a specific and insidious form of narcissistic behavior that thrives not in a one-on-one dynamic, but in groups, communities, and social networks. While a classic, covert narcissist might focus on isolating and manipulating a single individual, the social narcissist seeks a much wider audience. Their primary goal is to build a perfect public reputation that can be used as a powerful psychological fortress. They live for admiration from crowds. A social narcissist is like a performer on stage. Their primary source of narcissistic supply is the applause, the compliments, and the adoration of a large group of people. They do not seek genuine connection. They seek to be seen as a hero, a leader, a savior. They will go to incredible lengths to make sure that they are at the center of attention, that they're the most admired person in the room. Influencing groups. The social narcissist does not just want to be admired. They want to be influential. They want to be seen as the person who has all the answers, who can solve all the problems, who can lead the group in the right direction. This desire for influence gives them a powerful sense of control and superiority. They will use their influence to gather a network of admirers, a group of people who will serve as their defense system when their mask begins to slip. Control of public image. This is the core of social narcissism. The public image is not just a side effect of their behavior. It is the most important thing in their world. They will do anything to maintain a perfect public reputation, even if it means lying, cheating, or manipulating others behind closed doors. They are the person who will go out of their way to help a stranger, but will belittle and degrade their partner as soon as they get home. But here's the most devastating twist. Their glowing public reputation makes it much harder for their victims, often partners, family members, or co-workers, to be believed when they speak up. The victim is left with a profound sense of isolation and a feeling of being completely invisible. The world sees one thing, and the victim experiences another, and that profound disconnect can leave a person feeling like they are losing their mind. Let me ask you this. Have you ever tried to tell others how toxic someone is, only to hear, but they seem so nice? That's the social narcissist's greatest shield, public admiration. So how exactly do social narcissists pull this off? How do they maintain a perfect public image while privately engaging in such toxic and damaging behavior? Let's break down the meticulously crafted toxic strategy they use. 1. They manufacture a hero persona. This is the foundation of their entire game. A social narcissist knows that people love a hero, so they will position themselves as the helper, the leader, or the one who always gives. They will publicly offer to help others. They will volunteer for important committees, and they will make sure that their public acts of kindness are well documented. In reality, these gestures are rarely genuine. They are calculated moves to boost their image and to get a powerful hit of narcissistic supply. Their help is often conditional, and they will often remind you of their generosity when they want something from you later. 2. They collect admirers. The social narcissist is constantly building a circle of people who praise them, defend them, and sometimes even attack others on their behalf. This is called a narcissistic supply network. A group of people who are so taken in by the narcissist's charm that they become a powerful defense system. They will use their admirers as flying monkeys, people who will do their dirty work, who will spread lies about their victims, and who will actively work to discredit anyone who tries to expose the truth. The narcissist's admirers become a powerful shield, making it impossible for the victim to be heard. 3. They use public image as leverage. Behind closed doors, they may belittle you, criticize you, or gaslight you. But in public, they flip the script. They will post a loving tribute to you on social media while privately giving you the silent treatment. They will talk about their amazing partner to their friends while privately degrading you. This is a powerful form of image gaslighting. If you ever try to speak up, they will use their perfect public image as leverage against you. They will paint you as overly sensitive, unstable, or even the problem. They will say, "Look at what I've done for you," and "Everyone loves me. You're the only one with a problem." For they control the narrative. A social narcissist is a master of storytelling. They will exaggerate their achievements. They will twist facts to make themselves look good, and they will even lie if it keeps their image spotless. The truth is a profound threat to their entire identity, so they will do anything to make sure that their version of events is the only one that is heard. They will rewrite history to make themselves the hero, and they will paint their victims as the villain. They are not interested in reality. They are only interested in a narrative that serves their own profound need for admiration and control. And here's the chilling part. The more admired they are publicly, the harder it becomes to expose the private truth. Their public reputation acts as an unassailable fortress, making it almost impossible for their victims to be believed. Being close to a social narcissist is a deeply disorienting and profoundly painful experience. You are living two separate, contradictory realities, and the constant psychological weight of that disconnect can leave you feeling isolated, confused, and even insane. The social narcissist public persona is designed to make your private pain invisible, and the consequences can be devastating. You might feel silenced because everyone else adores them. You are holding a painful and profound truth that no one else can see. You feel like you can't talk to your friends or family because you know they will say, "But they seem so nice." You are forced to carry the weight of their secret, and that burden can leave you feeling incredibly alone, isolated, and unheard. Your reality is denied by the entire world, and that denial can be deeply traumatic. You might start questioning your reality. Am I the problem? Am I too sensitive? This is the core of image gaslighting. Their public glow is so bright, so flawless, that it makes your private pain seem like a figment of your imagination. You start to doubt your own memory, your own perceptions, and your own feelings. You start to believe that maybe they are right, that maybe you are too sensitive, that maybe you're the problem. This is a powerful form of psychological abuse that can leave you feeling like you're losing your mind. And you may feel trapped because speaking out could risk isolation, disbelief, or even retaliation. The social narcissist has a powerful network of admirers. And if you try to expose the truth, you know that they will use that network to attack you, to discredit you, and to turn people against you. You are caught in a no-win situation. You can either stay silent and live with the abuse, or you can speak up and risk everything. The more admired they are, the more powerful their weapon becomes, and the more trapped you will feel. Question for you. Have you ever felt like you were living two versions of reality? One the world sees, and one only you know? So, now that we've broken down the paradox and the toxic strategy behind it, we have to ask the most important question. Why do they do it? Why does a person go to such profound and manipulative lengths to maintain a perfect public image while privately causing so much pain? The answer lies in the profound psychological brokenness that lies at the core of their being. At their core, narcissists are driven by a fragile sense of self. They do not have a stable, internal sense of worth. They're like a house of cards, beautiful from the outside, but one gust of wind can send the entire structure crashing down. Their charm, their charisma, and their hero persona are not authentic parts of their personality. They are a fragile mask they were to protect themselves from their own deep-seated shame and insecurity. For a social narcissist, admiration from groups is not a bonus. It is like oxygen, the very emotional fuel they need to keep their fragile sense of self from collapsing. They are constantly performing, because if they stop, they fear they will cease to exist. They fear being insignificant. The narcissist's greatest fear is being exposed as ordinary, as common, as nothing special. They have a profound, existential fear of being insignificant, of being forgotten, of being ignored. They are terrified that if they are not the center of attention, they are nothing at all. This fear drives their every action, their every word, and their every calculated performance. They will do anything to be seen as a hero, a leader, a savior, because the alternative, being just a regular person, is a psychological death sentence. They crave validation to cover deep insecurity. The social narcissist's charm is a tool to get the narcissistic supply they need to feel real. They're so insecure, so deeply ashamed of who they are, that they cannot generate their own sense of self-worth. They must get it from the outside. The applause, the compliments, and the adoration of a crowd are the emotional food they need to survive. This is why their relationships are so transactional. They're not interested in a genuine connection. They are interested in a source of validation that will cover their profound and painful insecurity. And they weaponize social charm to maintain control. The social narcissist's charm is not a personality trait. It is a weapon. They use their perfect public image to manipulate, control, and silence the people closest to them. Their public persona is a shield that protects them from accountability and a powerful weapon that makes their victims feel crazy, isolated, and unheard. They're not interested in a genuine relationship with you. They're interested in maintaining an image that gives them power and a relationship that gives them total control. The truth is, they don't care about authentic connection. They care about image, power, and never being exposed. And when someone's survival depends on a mask, you better believe they'll protect it at any cost. So, what can you do if you're dealing with a social narcissist? How can you protect yourself from a person who has built an entire fortress of public admiration and uses it as a weapon against you? The key is to stop trying to expose their public mask and to start reclaiming your own sense of reality, your own peace, and your own voice. You cannot change them, but you can change how you engage with them. First, you must separate public image from private reality. This is the first and most important step in protecting your sanity. You have been living in a state of profound cognitive dissonance, a psychological struggle between the hero you see in public and the monster you know in private. You must stop trying to reconcile the two. You must make a conscious decision to separate their public image from your private reality. Remind yourself every single time you see them perform that what you are seeing is an illusion. The hero they play in front of others is not the real person. The person who is hurting you in private is the truth. Second, you must document their behavior. You are likely questioning your memory, your feelings, and your sanity. That is by design. That is the social narcissist's greatest weapon against you. You must fight back against this by documenting their behavior. Write down incidents in a journal or on your phone. Write down what they said, what they did, and how it made you feel. This is a powerful, therapeutic practice that will give you concrete, undeniable proof of their behavior. When they gaslight you and tell you that never happened, you can refer back to your documentation and remind yourself what really happened. Third, you must limit exposure. The more access they have to your personal life, the more power they hold over you. You must begin to set firm boundaries and to limit your exposure to them. This might mean going gray rock, a technique where you become as uninteresting as a gray rock, offering no emotional reaction to their provocations. It might mean limiting your interactions with them in social situations. The less they know about your personal life, the less they can use against you. Your silence is a profound act of power and a way of taking back control of your own narrative. Fourth, you must find safe allies. A social narcissist thrives on isolation. You must counteract this by building a strong, trusted support system. Connect with people who see beyond appearances, a therapist who understands narcissistic abuse, a support group for survivors, or a trusted friend or family member who has seen their true colors. These safe allies will act as a vital reality check, a powerful source of validation, and a profound emotional buffer against the narcissist's smear campaigns. You do not have to carry this burden alone. And finally, you must reclaim your voice. You don't need the crowd to validate your truth. You know what you've lived through. Your reality is valid, your feelings are valid, and your experience is real. You must begin the long, slow, and courageous work of rebuilding a sense of self-worth that is not dependent on external validation. You must learn to trust your own intuition, your own memory, and your own voice. This is the moment when you take back your power and you refuse to be silenced any longer. Your truth matters, and it is the most powerful thing you have. Because no amount of social applause can erase the reality you've experienced. So that's the toxic strategy behind social narcissism. You now have the clarity to see beyond the charm, beyond the hero persona, and to recognize the profound and damaging pattern of their behavior. On the outside, they may sparkle, they may shine, and they may be adored by the entire world. But behind the scenes, they are unraveling relationships and destroying self-esteem. Remember this and never, ever forget it. A public mask is not proof of private goodness. Your painful, private reality is the truth, and their public persona is the lie. You do not have to live in their illusion any longer. If this video gave you clarity, if it validated your experience, and if it gave you the courage to choose your own truth, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support not only helps this channel grow, it could give someone else the knowledge they need to break free from a toxic cycle to stop questioning their own sanity. Your share could be the very thing that helps them to see the truth that has been hidden for so long. Stay strong, stay aware, and always remember, your reality matters, even if the world can't see it.